Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Donkey Kong Country 3. We're going on to Mechanus, the industrial area of this game, and this is a pretty fun area. Although the to get to the bear brother here is kind of annoying. It actually took me a while to figure out because part of the trading quest you have to do is half hidden. It's annoying. But
half hidden, brother.
well, it's one of those things where it's like you can see it from the not the world map, but sort of like the area map for the levels of that world. But
No, I was just thinking
it just...
half hidden, HH, brother.
Oh.
You get where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah, but let's see. But no, I was just starting to say that in order to actually get to that area, you have to push up in a very specific area, and it's not clear where you push up. So.
Yeah. You didn't get what I was saying, did you?
Hulk Hogan?
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm proud of you. This second.
Anyway, the second one was going to be a lot worse, so...
Yeah. For a moment, I thought you were gonna disappoint me again.
Don't worry. I think my parents absorbed most of it for you. But, yeah, these are some interesting enemies. The little owls that shoot little molten balls at you. Because they got that Mode 7 energy to them. Although the thing that sucks about them is that it's kind of hard to tell where the hitbox is for when you can actually get damaged by them. That's the only problem with it. But a rather nice little bonus room, just to play as Squitter, because Squitter is the best animal buddy, with only the possible exception being Winky. But sadly, we don't get to play with him for long. Feels bad.
Who's Winky again?
He was the frog in Donkey Kong Country 1.
Okay.
And the reason he was good was because not only was his jump insane, but he was also the only animal buddy in that game to kill zingers.
Oh.
And then they changed that in Donkey Kong Country 2, where Rambi was the only one who could do it. I think it was Rambi. Yeah, it was Rambi, but I'm just thinking... No, Squitter could have done it as well. But I'm not sure if Rattly could. I can't remember now. Anyway, long story short, zingers are annoying. Anyway, sorry I cut you off. You were thinking?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. I heard that is dangerous, so you should leave that to the people in charge.
Yeah, should leave the thinking to the experts. They have never done it. They have never fooled us, have they? Have they?
No world leader has ever been wrong about anything ever.
Well, there was that one guy in the 1930s.
I mean, there was a lot of guys in the 1930s.
What was his name again? Roosevelt, right? Nasty guy.
Sure.
No, not joking. Roosevelt was a cunt. He was the guy who introduced like the New Deal and ruined America.
I mean, there was a bunch of stuff that was introduced that ruined America.
Yeah. As opposed to Canada, who has been bad all along.
Hey man, we played the long game to get our freedom.
But yeah, you're still waiting, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I saw some like retarded graph today, like of a freedom index, like countries have more freedom, and Australia was for some reason like 1095, like 11 points ahead of the United States, and I was thinking to myself, who was the drooling retard who did this graph, and what was the criteria?
I mean, from what I've heard, Australia is free to gamble their life away. Apparently, that's like one of the backbones of their society is gambling.
Gotta keep the boomers happy, otherwise they might have to face the consequences of their choices.
Well, no, because the thing that I heard as to like the economics thing in Australia is that like it's not great anywhere in the world really, but in Australia it's especially bad because they have such a bad gambling problem. It's to the point where they have a national holiday dedicated to going to the horse races. And that's just what a lot of them do. It's just they gamble like crazy.
Guess they don't got much to be proud of.
Yeah. Also, before someone mentions it, yes, I did edit this. I got the bonus room, but I died shortly thereafter, and because of the whole how this level works, and I'm playing on the super hard mode, I edited it so we don't have to watch me go through the level again, because I died right at the end. Also, Goki will be happy to know that I am editing our last video, the bonus room I did cut out. I'm editing it back in the corner and everything.
Why would I be happy to know that? Oh, you're talking about last video where you cut the room. You cut the bonus room.
Yeah, by accident, yes. Anyway, here's a fun level. It's basically the floor is lava, and we have to constantly move upwards.
The floor is lava, or in the case of Dixie, the floor is accountability.
Well, that's why they gotta break the glass ceiling, don't you know?
so that they can move up from the, so they can escape.
No, but I actually like this mechanic here. Very nice and interesting. 10 out of 10 would do again. Shame that again, like there's a lot of good ideas in Donkey Kong Country 3. It's just that there's a lot about it that's just sort of like that was a weird decision as well, you know.
What for example?
Well, a lot of the enemy designs look far more cartoonish now rather than the look that the previous two games had. So it kind of has that sort of uncanny feel to it.
Nitpicking. That is.
Perhaps, but still, it's one of those things where it's like because they do have the original sprites from like the previous games, and they coincide them along with the new ones. So it's like two different sprite kind of things, and then it's like, ew, things aren't matching. Feels weird.
But from what I've seen from the level design so far, it seems to be I mean, I haven't seen one level so far that seems to be the level of crap that are some of the ones in Donkey Kong 2. Like that level, like that underwater level where you have the light constantly flashing in your face.
Yeah, well, to be fair, this game does have that, but it's not as obnoxious. It's, I believe, in the next level or the level after that, but long story short, instead of having a fish constantly flashbang you every time, you have to basically punch a fish in order for it to vomit up light for a certain period of time. Anyway, I'll take it by your silence that you are struck dumb by how brilliant that level design is.
I am just wondering, like, the absolute aneurysm a physicist would get listening to that.
Look, there's a fish that has a belly full of light, you punch it, and then it pukes it all up, and lights the area for a bit.
Yeah. Eat your heart out, Einstein.
I guess you should have been a watchmaker all along.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird that there is a Donkey Kong barrel over there. Because again, this is supposed to be hard mode. They get rid of, like, pretty much all of them.
Well, if you already have 2 Kongs.
Well, yeah, the way they kind of balance out hard mode is because since they take out all the DK barrels, they make it so that whenever you start a level with only 1 Kong, you get the other Kong to start. Which is a fair compromise, I think. Anyway, and there's also an interesting mechanic with these bazookas. In some levels, they have it so that there are barrels with a big S on them, and if you touch them, it'll change the projectile that the bazookas fire. And this becomes important for later on because you can't jump on TNT barrels, but you can jump on metal barrels. So that becomes important for platforming in some levels. I think this is one of them.
What is this? What that goop supposed to be?
I don't know, but it's in a factory, so I'm gonna guess that it's not good. But they probably sell it as a food additive anyway.
It's toxic waste, which also happens to be a delightful flavoring agent in your candy. Tastes like pineapple.
Yeah. Oh, so here's an example of what I was talking about. So yeah, these wood barrels do not work against coins. It has to be the metal barrel. So we go over here, find that S barrel I just mentioned, and change it. So now it will work. Hee. Fun. I do like the coin mechanic in this game.
Friendly fire. Delightful.
Look, that bazooka was owed $5 by that coin, alright? So he was desperately trying to get his attention, be like, "Oi, dickhead."
So...
What?
I don't know, I forgot what I was trying to say.
Okay. You're about to tell an anecdote how you owed someone $5 and you were like, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal, I just gotta escape the country for a few days.
Exactly.
2 months.
Just for long enough that they forget.
Have you ever seen that movie, 3 O'Clock High?
3 O'Clock High, no. I seen 3:10 to Yuma. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a movie where this one dweeby guy just picks up a fight with this school's new oh, bully, it's not the word. The school's new psychopath.
Yeah, that's usually
Because
how they portray bullies in movies, is just complete psychopaths. Especially in Stephen King books and movies.
Yeah. But like it's the movie. It was a movie. Like in the movie, like the guy, he wasn't so much of a bully because he didn't interfere to anyone. He just wanted to be left alone.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, but the dude was absolutely psycho about being touched. Like he hated being touched with a murderous rage. So at some point, the guy's tasked with like the main characters, like they tell him, hey, why don't you do an interview with him for the school newspaper? Yeah, And by this point in the story, everyone was already telling like rumors about all the crazy stuff this guy had done in the other schools, and then like he meets the guy in the bathroom, and he's so nervous, like trying to pick a conversation with the guy. He ends up touching the guy, and then the guy just tells like, "We're gonna fight 3 o'clock when leaving the school." You know, so the movie is basically like his entire day trying to avoid that fight, and at some point, his sister gives him a suggestion. Hey, why don't you try getting detention? Like, because she means like, remember those movies we would watch where like a guy was trying to run away from like a killer and he would get himself jailed? Why don't you try getting detention? So he tried basically like sexually harassing his teacher.
I guess his teacher's slightly better than his sister, yes.
Yes, it's a lot better. But he has to do a book report, and by the end of the book report, he just starts coming on to the teacher and just kisses her, and then he just faints because he has a hypoglycemia and he forgot to eat. And when he wakes up, he says like, "Has my teacher said anything about the detention?" No, she said nothing about the detention, but she said she loved your book report.
Yeah, it's no, I just got reminded of the one South Park episode where Kyle's brother was being sexually come on to by Kyle's brother's teacher. And every time Kyle mentions to the cops or to anybody, like, come on, you gotta do something. This is sexual harassment and this is not good. All the cops were like, your brother got with his teacher? Nice.
Nice.
And for those who don't know, Kyle's brother is like 5 years old.
Like he in South Park Sprites, he's basically like a little toddler.
Well, to be fair, the running joke for the early seasons was Kyle would use Kyle's brother like a football because that's how small he was. Yeah, hard to believe that show is still going on, but you know, good for them.
Yeah. I mean, they hadn't run out of ideas like Family Guy or The Simpsons, so...
Well, the thing is that they're a bit more on the cultural pulse than The Simpsons are, so... Also, their work ethic is absolutely insane, and I am surprised they managed to keep it up as long as they have. Like, have you heard of how Matt and Trey work?
No.
Okay, the reason why they're able to be so topical with their episodes is because they basically, from concept idea to releasing to TV, they give themselves like a week. And they just fire that baby out to the point where it's not uncommon that they sleep at work, so they wake up and just start work immediately.
Haven't seen their wives in 2 years.
Pretty much, yeah. But,
I mean, although I don't even know if they're married, so... Hello?
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh.
It sounded like you were trying to say something and the audio wasn't coming out. It wasn't coming up.
No. I don't know why they make it so that way they give you a steel barrel when you come out of the shitty parrot form when there's a infinite spawning one just above you. I guess it's for those bees, but I fucked up. But like I showed, you can get past the bees just fine.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's a weird one. I saw this. I thought, well, that is awfully generous. So what is supposed to be the thing with this level?
It is 0 gravity, which is why when I jump, it feels like I'm on the moon.
Oh, 0 gravity. Well, that is a misnomer then, because 0 gravity, you wouldn't even come down.
Moon gravity, then. But it is called 0G, this level. So, you know, make of it what you will.
Yeah. Once again, spitting in the face of theoretical physics.
And we're right at the very end, which is going to be interesting because it's a cutscene.
You must be destroyed.
What a cutscene.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turns out that this boss is actually fairly important to the plot. But we don't know that yet. But it's kind of weird that they kind of introduced a cutscene like that. Just sort of in the middle of the game when that hasn't been a thing.
I would say it's weird that its primary source of attack can be avoided by just jumping off the ground.
Yeah, it's not so much the Mechanus's body or Chaos's body. It's that little bit of fire and the little spit that comes out.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that it's a T-800 that's inside.
Not so much of a spit as it is a fart.
And then here's his other attack. He shoots lasers at you, which begs the question why he didn't do that before. Why he thought the boxing glove was a better solution. But, you know, there you go.
You know what I love about the Terminator movies?
That they're really fucking good until about 3.
Yeah. No, the excuse they gave, like, for the Terminator, like, oh, it's covered in, like, you can only send back in time organic matter. So the robot is covered by a layer of a biological tissue. Okay, shouldn't there, like, what? How does the metal inside work still travels as well? Shouldn't they just send back in time a pile of flesh without a skeleton?
Well, that's an interesting point, because does a skeleton count as organic material? And if so, wouldn't metal count as an organic material because it comes from the earth? It's
No.
organic.
Organic material is materials with carbon included in with a carbon-based composition.
Okay, so make a robot out of fossil parts.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like they say, like, and then the metal, like the metal inside the flesh should not be transported back in time. They should just like it would arrive back in time just like a pile of flesh with nothing inside.
Yeah, and I do remember reading on Cracked.com back in high school. So this was a long time ago when that channel/site was good. Someone did make a point that, well, if they wanted to kill John Connor and they can only send back organic material, why not just wrap a nuclear bomb in flesh and then just send that back in time and have it explode?
Yeah, yeah. Like the general town where Sarah Connor lives in the first town. They like the funny thing about like the original movie, because they didn't even have data. Like there's like a dozen Sarah Connors in LA.
Mm-hmm.
So so they have to so that the Terminator has to go like to check the phone books and start. Man, imagine Alex playing that movie to Zoomers nowadays. Remember phone books?
I remember phone books because I'm not cringe.
Yeah.
But for those of you who are wondering what I'm doing, I need 50 of the silver bear coins, and I am currently grinding.
So, and he has to go looking for the Sarah Connors. So they don't have that much information on the they know like the general location of like Sarah Connor and John Connor later in the future, but they don't have details. So, yeah, they could just like I don't know why they couldn't just could be perhaps that like the people involved with it, they didn't. I think the reason, the logical explanation is that just sending a bomb would risk killing also the people who were involved with the creation of Skynet, which would just destroy Skynet in the future again.
Yeah, so that's the only real counter I can think of, but even then it's just sort of like, especially when you consider the Sarah Connor Chronicles TV show, they're on the run, so presumably they could have bombed one of those areas instead of sending a robot and not risked anyone important being killed involved in Skynet, you know?
Yeah.
Unless we're led to believe that they knew all along that John Connor was going to be the head of Skynet.
No, not the head of Skynet. The head of the Human Rebellion.
No,
because, like,
Genesis proved otherwise.
Genesis can suck my dick. Jesus Christ. But yeah, like the point is, yeah, they probably didn't want to risk killing also the people involved in the creation of Skynet to just secure the future. But yeah, like the problem we mentioned in Sarah Connor Chronicles, you're taking in consideration that they would have that kind of canon in mind when they made the movies, which is very much not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a thing that is something that was attached later to the canon to the canon of the story. But also forget about it. Let's have this conversation for another day.
Yeah. Video's over, so hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Have a nice night.
Bye-bye.